Nicknamed RoboCop by the Lille fans, the Dutch centre-back that we know as Sven Botman is currently one of the most exciting young centre-back prospects in the world and is currently being linked with a move away from Lille this summer for a rumoured fee of anywhere between 40 to 70 million, with a whole host of teams interested. But who is this guy? What can he bring to any team he joins, and is he worth the money being talked about? We will discuss all of that in today's video, but first, today's video sponsor. Top 11 is a free-to-play football management game available on iOS, Android and web browser. As a manager in Top 11, you are tasked with running every aspect of your club, including signing players, which you can do over on the auction house, or get your scouts to find talented players for you, running training to help increase the stats of your players, finances of your club, tactics of your team, and even stadium development, which I have recently just improved my stadium to 800 seats and now working on the training ground. Matches are played daily against other real managers, with every season lasting around a month. Now, you don't have to be present at every game, but I always do try and log on each day to make sure my tactics are correct. Can I buy any last minute players to improve my side? And if you are at the match, you are able to make live tactics and you get a bonus from being there as well. So if you're available, it's always good to be on the pitch side. And it's not just league games, they also have a cup, they have the Champions League, they have the Super League Cup, and depending on where you finish in the season determines what cup competition you get put into for the following season. My favourite part of the game is the match day itself. As I say, you can watch the game live with the new 3D feature, so you can quite literally see how your players are playing, who's missed chances, who's scored the goals, what tactics can I make during the game. Top 11 is a game that I used to play on quite a lot some time ago, but hadn't in a while, and when they approached me with the sponsorship, I thought it would be a game that you guys would be interested in. So I will leave the link down in the description. Be sure to go and check it out and let me know your thoughts on it down in the comments as well. Now, back to Sven Botman. Born just outside of Amsterdam, Botman joined Ajax at the very young age of 9, spending 11 years at the club, but he did not make a competitive first team appearance, instead spending his whole time there at Jong Ajax, their second division side. And it would take 10 years before Botman finally got his big break at the age of 19 to head out on loan to Heerenveen, where he finally made his Eredivisie debut. Botman has actually come out and said that Ajax did not want him to go out on loan. They wanted him to stay and continue to learn with the squad, but due to him not having an important role and not being first choice at the time, wanted to head out and wanted the challenge of playing in the top division football. Following the fantastic loan spell at Heerenveen, which unfortunately was cut short due to the pandemic, still created a huge amount of interest from other teams, including Lille. I believe West Ham were also interested at the time. And again, due to Botman returning to Ajax and still being third or fourth place choice, decided that he wanted the move, he wanted the challenge. Ten Hag, the manager at the time, actually said again that he did not want him to leave. He saw the potential of him, but due to the pecking order, it wasn't fair to keep him in a side that he wasn't getting a game for, and eventually decided to sell him for around 8 to 9 million euros to Lille, where he went on to win Ligue 1 for the first time in 10 years for the club. So what a move for him, and I bet Ajax are kicking themselves for not getting a game and letting him go. In terms of international duty, again, he has not made a full international debut just yet, however has been called up to the squad a couple of times now, and I think it's only a matter of time before he does get his first competitive senior cap. I have mentioned the word challenge a number of times already throughout Botman's career, and it does not appear he is a man to scare away from one, which is a good job because it looks like he will have a new challenge on the horizon this summer, as it does appear he will be leaving Lille for one of many interested clubs right now. It appears that Newcastle and AC Milan are the two front runners in the race to get Botman, but he's also linked with Spurs, Liverpool, and a whole host of teams all around Europe. If you're a Newcastle fan, I've no doubt you're already familiar with the name Sven Botman following the January window this year where Newcastle was set to have 2 bids turned down by Lille for the centre-back for a rumoured fee of again around 30 to 40 million, despite what was also rumoured that Sven Botman had agreed personal terms with Newcastle, but it was Lille who were rejecting the bids as they did not want to lose their star centre-back. So what's changed? Why were Lille declining bids in the January but now seem likely to sell this summer? Well, as I've mentioned, Sven Botman had a huge impact at Lille when joining. They won the league over in France for the first time in 10 years and made it into the Champions League. And during that January window, Lille were top of their Champions League group and wanted to see how far they could go in the competition. Unfortunately, they were knocked out not too long later by Chelsea. But at the time, you know, they did not want to sell their star centre-back when they had the chance to try and progress as far as they could in the Champions League. And as they are currently sat around mid-table this season with an outsider chance of Europa League, I think it is likely they will take the chance to now sell Sven Botman this summer, which, to be honest, in terms of Lille, has worked out for them. They wanted to give the best chance they had in the Champions League, which didn't work out, and since then the interest has only increased, and I think the price has only increased as well. So I think if they do sell in the summer, it's looking like it could be as much as twice as much he was originally linked with in January. What's changed for Newcastle following their bids in the January? Well, they can now promise Premier League football, which they couldn't do at the time. Having said that, Sven Botman reportedly agreed the move even when Newcastle weren't guaranteed football in January when they had no wins and no points. So in terms of the player and his want to move to another club, want to move to the Premier League, I don't think that will have too much of a difference. It's really down to Lille, the football club themselves, and how much they'll let him go for. They want a bidding war. And it could well work out to be one. So as I say, it looks like it's worked out in their favour that they have waited through to the summer. So who is Sven Botman and what can he bring to the team that he joins? Well, Jose Font, who is the captain of Lille, who played alongside Botman as they won that French league title, he has said that Botman is the best centre-back he's ever played alongside, and that's coming from Font, who also played with Virgil van Dijk during his time at Southampton. So it shows that he's in very high regard. In terms of what kind of player is he? Well, again, he is 6'4", 6'5", so he's a big bloke. I've seen him referred to as a old-fashioned defender. However, from what I've seen at his time at Lille, that has certainly improved. I think first choice for most defenders is safety first, get the ball away. But he's good on the ball. He likes to keep possession. He often opts for the pass out to the full-back or back inside to his centre-back partner, or even a short pass into midfield. He's not one to lump the ball long too often, which again, in terms of Newcastle, works well with what Eddie Howe is trying to achieve by keeping the ball, keeping possession. Botman does look to be becoming that kind of player. I think working alongside Jose Font, who's 37 years old, hugely experienced, has really helped fast track this guy into an even better player, particularly when on the ball and trying to keep possession. And again, this guy's only 22 years old. You know, he's already got a lot of key attributes, and because of his age has loads of time to learn. Again, he's a big bloke, so he's great in the air. He's a very physical player. In terms of pace, he's probably not the quickest, but that's what you assume with any player that tall. And I would say for a centre-back, I would say is definitely quick enough to do the job that he's put in there to do. One interesting thing, particularly for the Newcastle fans, is that Botman is a left-footed centre-back. Newcastle were dying for a left-footed centre-back in the January. When we didn't get Botman, we got Dan Burn, who has come in and been fantastic. Now, does that change things moving into the summer? Will we play Burn and Botman, both left-footed centre-backs? Or are we going to interchange the two? Is it going to be Botman and Shaw? So that's opened up a little bit of questioning on how we would play. But again, you know, if we can bring him in, he's a great player, I'd play them both. So what do I think will happen this summer? Will Sven Botman leave Lille? Yes, I think he's going to go. Will he go to Newcastle? I don't know. I think it's great that Newcastle have created that relationship already in January. He agreed to sign terms with us in January. And if we can use that again this summer, that's certainly something in our corner. However, it's also understood that AC Milan are in talks with him as well. And, you know, Lille did themselves quite a good job, to be honest, didn't they? They kept him for the Champions League. And now, you know, a few months down the line, his value's worth double and the interest from other clubs has gone through the roof. You know, Newcastle can now offer Premier League football, but if we're offering the same amount of money and the same amount of wages as a team who's also in the Champions League, it'll be tougher for us to compete for that signature. But let me know your thoughts down below. Where do you think Sven Botman will end up this summer? Drop a like and subscribe if you have enjoyed the video. If you're a Newcastle fan, I do loads of Newcastle content. If you're not a Newcastle fan, I try and do loads of kinds of content, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts on Sven Botman down below. Where's he going to go? How much is it going to be for? And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you later.